The Lagina brothers have just made a discovery that left them shuddering, abruptly ending their once buzzing excavation. What terrifying mystery have they uncovered? The reality they discovered might never be accepted by the world. The history. Channel's popular reality series, The Curse of Oak Island, has come under fire in recent weeks following the discovery of centuries-old indigenous artifacts, prompting local officials to shut down a large portion of the show's dig operation and forcing several archaeologists to leave. Fans are already speculating whether the Laginas and their crew will ever return to normal, not to mention the future of Oak Island itself. During the final dig, the Lagina brothers and their team unearthed a bizarre find, leading to the excavation's closure. While the Laginas and metal detector specialist Gary Drayton have primarily found mud, wood, and other metal implements across the 140 acres of the purportedly cursed Oak Island, they have also uncovered a number of rare artifacts. But what exactly are these shocking discoveries they made during their final excavation? In the whimsical realm of Oak Island, another challenge awaits the men of the Curse of Oak Island. The Canadian government intervened in an effort to prevent them from digging further, as finding underground entrances to what they believed to be riches was their main objective. However, bureaucracy has once again obstructed their progress. The team discovered what appeared to be a hidden room next to the garden shaft. Doug Lagina engaged Dumas Contracting Limited to assist as excavators, calling them in to dig into these potential chambers. The crew suspected they had uncovered pathways leading to a hidden treasure on the island. However, they were forced to wait, as it would take 50 days to descend 75 feet. As a result, they believed they may have just found a network of tunnels and chambers leading to the fabled hidden wealth. Additionally, they suspected one of the artifacts they discovered was of Viking origin, much older than they had anticipated. Yet, a new issue arose. The hiring of excavators, according to the Canadian government, meant that the Lagina brothers required a mining permit, even though they were not officially mining. Red tape once again turned the authorities against the crew, searching for wealth. However, not all fans were shocked by this development. One Reddit user remarked that the Canadian government was justified in preventing a group of well-documented treasure hunters from blindly reconstructing a wooden shaft that plunges into an unknowable depth, especially on an island where 6 treasure hunters had already perished doing the same. The Canadian government had already interfered with the Lagina brothers' search for treasure before. In 2021, a significant portion of the island's excavation was halted when the crew discovered many hundred-year-old indigenous artifacts, including First Nation pottery fragments during Season 9. Marty Lagina stated at the time that they would avoid using archaeological techniques while awaiting the outcome of the situation. The only change that resulted from this was a tightening of the show's rules, leading the brothers to shift from conventional archaeological methods to unconventional digging tactics. This season, they improved their approach by mapping out locations beneath the island using modern technology, allowing them to locate hints and potential entrance routes without unnecessary excavation. However, this excavation led to yet another dispute with Canadian authorities. Will obstacles continue to stand in the way of the Lagina brothers' search for the lost fortune of the Curse of Oak Island? Who knows? In Season 6, episode Voyage to the Bottom of the Coat, things took a worrying turn as treasure seeker Marty Lagina made the optimistic yet hasty declaration, "Here we are in H8 we're going to keep looking. What may possibly fail?" When metal detecting specialist Gary Drayton uncovered what he called a top-pocket find amid the loot, the squad had no idea of the fate that was about to befall them. Coming from the more optimistic of the 2 treasure-hunting Lagina brothers, Marty's words carried an ominous weight. In a recent episode, the action at the Money Pit area came to a sudden halt when the team found what could be a bone fragment. The more they excavate, the closer they come to the legendary treasure. It has been almost a decade since they began unearthing the truth, but they had never reached such promising heights until now. This season shocked the Laginas and their fans with a series of groundbreaking discoveries. However, things will escalate even further in The Curse of Oak Island Season 10, Episode 25, when new revelations begin connecting all the pieces. Are they finally close to locating the treasure? Fans are eager to find out. The next episode is set to uncover another enigma on Lot 5 as Laird Niven resumes excavation work. The crew will search for the secret bar beneath the triangle-shaped marsh, and as they continue digging, they will receive startling information linking Lot 5 to the triangle-shaped marsh. Meanwhile, back at the money pit, they will make yet another remarkable discovery, reinforcing their determination to solve the puzzle. Marty, Craig, and Charles have been preparing to descend an 82-foot shaft for the past week. The crew initially did not believe a tunnel could exist beneath the shaft's terminus, as one side kept sinking. Despite their skepticism, Charles volunteered to go first after undergoing specialized training. He descended and observed the garden shaft's collapsing corner. After his findings, the team decided to dig further at the bottom to investigate the possibility of nearby tunnels. Marty, however, placed a hold on the excavation, opting to perform a self-check first, though he needed more time to complete his training. Meanwhile, Alex, Rick, and Peter traveled to Italy to consult with Umberto Musa, a specialist in ancient coins and artifacts. Upon examining the coins, Musa found evidence that Oak Island had ties to the Roman Empire. This revelation came after one of the coins was identified as a Roman coin. Byzantine gold coins were then analyzed against another coin to determine their authenticity. Back on Oak Island, Laird Niven's ongoing drilling at Lot 5 led to yet another major discovery. Rick Lagina continued searching for answers in the area known as Nolan's Cross. While the crew investigated a mysterious circular depression in the marsh, they unearthed ceramic shards and charcoal fragments, possible remnants of an old cooking pot or campfire. Experts in the war room later examined a lead artifact discovered in the swamp, believing it to be a lead cross likely crafted in France. This finding could indicate French involvement in the Oak Island enigma. The team used a probing drill to search for tunnels beneath the garden shaft and discovered a small quantity of wood, which they suspected to be remnants of a tunnel. Gary Drayton then used a metal detector to analyze recent excavation spoils and found two substantial iron spikes, both dated to the 1700s. The narrator speculated that these artifacts were more likely left behind by Smith's Cove flood tunnel builders rather than by the Truro Company, which constructed Shaft 5 in 1850. Later that day, Marty Lagina and Craig Tester attended a war room meeting via Skype with the Fellowship of the Dig. They informed the crew about their meeting with Jeremy Church, a geophysicist from Eagle Canada's seismic exploration team. Church, who previously appeared in Season 6, had completed a seismic survey of Oak Island's eastern half back in Season 7. After analyzing the data, he revealed the existence of an anomaly at a depth of around 60 feet near the southeast corner of the cave-in pit. The anomaly closely resembled the Smith's Cove flood tunnel, appearing linear and seemingly directed toward the money pit. Today, Oak Island remains a captivating location where tourists can follow in the footsteps of past pioneers, exploring the depths of the money pit and witnessing the incredible discoveries that have shaped history. The island stands as a reminder that mysteries still exist, secrets remain buried, and treasures may be hidden in the most unexpected places. The Lagina brothers remain committed to solving the enigma of Oak Island, determined to overcome obstacles, defy bureaucratic challenges, and uncover the fabled treasure that has eluded explorers for centuries. Oak Island has long been considered a secure haven for pirates operating along the entire east coast of North America and in the Caribbean. This notion has existed since the beginning of island exploration, leading many to ponder whether it was the location where a pirate commander had hidden his loot. As they proceeded deeper into the tunnel, however, water began to fill it due to the peculiar location of the island, which sat above a glacial mound. Despite the fact that no treasure was ever discovered on Oak Island, the legend surrounding the purported location of the loot has been so captivating for the past 25 years that visitors have continued to make the voyage there. Over time, others began searching for wealth all over the island, not just in the money pit dug by McGinnis and his companions, but what was the treasure casket intended to contain? As a young man, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who would later become the 32nd President of the United States, became intrigued by the topic after his father, who had business interests in Nova Scotia, provided details about the rumored wealth. This was the result of FDR's father's involvement in the province. However, the onset of the Second World War in Europe prevented him from traveling to Oak Island in 1939, despite his efforts to keep apprised of the most recent information about the island throughout the remainder of his life. Similarly, two prominent actors from the middle of the 20th century, Errol Flynn and John Wayne, funded expeditions to search for the Oak Island treasure. Despite their lack of success, they continued to unearth evidence that fascinated and confounded people in equal measure. Numerous individuals have developed a variety of plausible and implausible hypotheses regarding the contents of the Oak Island treasure.